Saraswati Sutra, Chapter 2, Higher Dimensions. The third dimension is the realm of forms. It is the realm of embodiment. In the third dimension, we imagine a higher dimension as being yet another form. In higher dimensions, there are neither forms nor formlessness. In the third dimension, we assume the existence of a separate self. We perceive the world through the lens of this presumed separate existence. In reality, there is no separation, no separate existence, no other, no I, no you. To perceive reality as it is, even briefly, can create a feeling of horror and dread, and invokes the fear of death. If, however, it is openly received, it can create a deep sense of peace and tranquility and contentment. Along with the sensation of an individual self comes the desire to cling to embodiment, and the fear of death arises. After death, we miss the sensations, pleasures, and the excitement of earthly life, and once again desire to return to embodiment. Our desire to return comes to fruition in another embodiment, human or otherwise. The pleasure of embodiment draws us once again into form, and the cycle of life repeats endlessly. Through dedicated practice with intention, it is possible to experience deeper levels of reality. From a third dimension perspective, other dimensions seem elusive, unreal, and ethereal. From the perspective of reality, the perceived limitations of third-dimensional existence seems quaint and delusional. Drama, pain, suffering, and fear come with embodiment. When the desire to be embodied is fulfilled, with it comes the inevitable end, which is death, along with the fear of death. After death, the desire to be reborn returns. The cycle repeats endlessly. Through dedicated practice and focused intent, glimpses of reality can be experienced. These glimpses can come about through grace or through sincere effort. Grace appears and inspires sincere effort. Sincere effort attracts grace. Death is not a solution to human suffering. The cycle of birth and death merely begins again. The state of heaven that many long for is a temporary state. the state of heaven that many long for is a temporary state. It is possible to linger in heaven, but most pass through quickly and return for another round of embodiment. Death is not a solution to the problem of human suffering. We currently dwell in the third dimension. For embodied beings, the third dimension seems real, concrete, and solid. Modern physics points out that the concrete reality we perceive is an illusion. According to modern science, physics, if you took all of the empty space out from all the atoms that make up the earth and formed what is left into a sphere, that sphere of actual matter would be a sphere with a diameter less than 1 inch. It could be small enough to fit in your hand, about the size of a golf ball. Under that, our ancient ancestors knew about the illusion of the third dimension. For three-dimensional beings, form is perceived as reality. From the perspective of the third dimension, the higher dimensions are difficult to imagine. In higher dimensions, there are no limitations of space and time. Telepathic communication is normal and natural. Instant travel to anywhere is possible. The past, present, and future times are all accessible. Physical healing is a matter of focused intention. From the perspective of the third dimension, the actions and activities of the higher dimensions are viewed as miracles and supernatural. There have been civilizations on Earth who mastered aspects of the higher dimensions. Human nature being what it is, some masters of the higher dimensions exploited those skills for personal gain and to maintain power and control. Those who exploited and misused this power were destroyed, and those civilizations ended. As long as notions of form or formlessness are held, as long as notions of a self and another are held, as long as anything whatsoever is held, the being is trapped in the third dimension and unable to perceive any other dimensions of reality. Intellectual constructs about the higher dimensions are just another illusion of form. In higher dimensions, there is neither form nor formlessness. There is no self, no other, no we, no us. All thoughts, feelings, and sensations are merely passing illusions. All paths are the same. They lead nowhere. Once grasping, desiring, and repulsion are released, what remains is, capitalized, that which is. The end result is effortless peace, tranquility, stillness, and the end of all struggle.